Hi everyone, thanks for joining us again today. So what we're going to look at first of all now is actually how to tell our 15-second testimony, which is your story. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So why don't you just pause the video and just write that up at the top. Great, fantastic. So what we're going to do first of all, I just want to write up two kind of statements right at the beginning. And the first one is this: there was a time in my life when ... Okay, there was a time in my life when, and then right at the bottom here I want to write do you have a story like that? Question mark. Okay, so the two questions are: there was a time in my life when, and do you have a story like that? So then I just want to draw the cross in the middle. Okay, going to put two lines here, two lines here, and two lines here. Do an arrow that side, do an arrow that side. So why don't you now pause the video again and actually finish off just drawing that. Fantastic. So what we're going to look at now is actually two words which represents my life before I came to know Jesus. Two words which represented how I came to know him, and then two words which represents my life since I've known him, really. And so I'm going to tell my story and see if you can pick out those 6 simple words. Okay, so here goes. There was a time in my life when I felt all alone and insecure. I moved to Winchester, and that's where I met Jesus, and I found that I was loved and forgiven. Since then, I know that I have hope and a purpose. Do you have a story like that? So, can anybody shout out the 2 words which related to my life before I came to know Jesus? That's right, I was alone, and what was the other one? Insecure. Great, okay. So what was my life like? What are the 2 words which represented my life when I came to know Jesus? That's what I was loved and forgiven. Okay. And what was the 2 words like? What were the 2 words which represented my life since then? That's right, hope and purpose. Okay, that's my story, okay? So I don't want you to write my words in here, okay? Now I want you to think about your story. Why don't you have just a couple of minutes and think about your story and what that represents to you, okay? And then you can share it with the person on your table. So why don't you just pause the video and have a go at doing that now? That's great. I hope that was fun. And so I just want to retell my story to you. That there was a time in my life when I felt all alone and insecure. And I moved to Winchester, and that's where I met Jesus. And I found that I was loved and forgiven. Since then, I know that I have hope and a purpose. Do you have a story like that? So why don't you tell your story on your table to the person on your right, and then you can just go round the table so everybody has a go and actually asking the question and asking a question as well. So enjoy how to tell your 15-second testimony, your story. God bless.